Hi, this is Elijah from Rennline. Today we're going to be installing the S158 GT3 style control arm on our 991.2. Let's get started. First thing we're going to do is take the wheels off. So for these rear control arms, we're going to have to loosen all of these nuts and bolts. So I went ahead and marked these so that when we reinstall everything, we can get them back and lined up. We're going to go ahead and get an alignment, but this should get us close enough so that we can drive to the shop. To access this bolt here, I found it a lot easier to take this tray off. So I'm going to remove the tray. You could also get in here with a wrench, but I want to get in there with the impact gun. These remove with a T25 bit. To get this out of the vehicle, I'm going to loosen some of the upper and lower control arm bolts just to free up the suspension. That way we can slide this component out. For this lower one, it's a 21, and for all the uppers, it's going to be an 18. Now that we have all of our suspension components loosened, we're going to remove this lower control arm, and we're going to need a 16 millimeter and an 18 millimeter. All right, we have our stock control arm here, and we have our Rennline control arm here. Difference between this with the GT3 style is that we can add our shims to adjust our camber. So 10 millimeters of shim is gonna give us -2 degrees of camber. We're gonna be doing 6 millimeters, which is gonna give us about a degree, a little over a degree. And there's a correct orientation, so this is gonna be forward. So with the vehicle, that is the correct orientation. Now that we've got our shim in, we're gonna tighten our locking nuts with a 15 millimeter wrench. Now that we have our control arm with our shim and everything tightened, we're gonna reinstall it into the vehicle. Our bushings are slightly bigger than the factory ones, but they will slide into place. So our Rennline arm is in, and I'm just gonna torque all the bolts that we loosen. I'm gonna torque those back down. Now that we got one side done, we're gonna do the exact same thing to the other side. Now that we have the control arms on, we're going to button up this install by putting the skid plate and the wheels back on. That concludes the install of our S158 GT3 style control arms. We strongly recommend taking this to a shop to get aligned. If you like this product and want to see more, check out Rennline.com.